everybody, my name is Asandumwea. Today I'm going to talk about Nebosh Safety IGC 1 Element 5. In Element 5, we talk about Health and Safety Management System Act. It means how safety management, how you are going to act on it. On my previous video, I talk about health and safety in planning, how you can plan. Then also I talk about check. Then in this topic, I'm going to talk about act, right? Or auditing. When we're talking about auditing, first of all, we have to define it. The structure or process of collecting independent information on the efficiency or the effectiveness and reliability of the total health and safety management system, and to draw up a plan for a corrective action, right? What are the scopes and purpose, right? So as I highlighted, the structure of the process of health and safety is to collect an independent information on the efficiency and the effectiveness and the reliability of all the total health and safety management system, and to draw a plan for a collective action to be done, right? So if we are going to talk about the scope and natures of health and safety management system, the purpose of auditing, right? Auditing means to investigate, to audit, is to monitor and assess the effectiveness of the health and safety management system, usually thoroughly the whole organization, to ensure that 1, they have an appropriate management arrangement in place, that they should have an appropriate management arrangement on how people are going to do their checkup regularly, on what system to be checked, on how they are going to act on it. Then number 2, adequate risk control system exists, are implemented, and the consistency with the hazard profile of this organization, so how they can follow the adequate risk control and the system that exists, and how they are going to implement every laws they are making about the safety, and also they are consistent. How are they going to follow it not doing it today, tomorrow they stop it, how the continuity, right? Then number 3, the critical feedback on the health and safety management system is to provide so that the appropriate follow-up or action can be implemented. So this is self-explanatory. So they need to have a critical feedback on the health and safety management system. Then system is provided so that an appropriate follow-up or action can be implemented. Then we're talking about auditing. Auditing differs from workplace inspection. It's different from a workplace inspection in that they are generally undertaken by the people outside the organization who challenge whether the standard and procedures within the organization are appropriate. Auditing are planned in advance and may be taken severally days to complete. They take place annually or even less frequently, whereas workplace inspections may be frequently or weekly. Auditing process. The main stages of auditing process are 1. Pre-auditing preparation. This involves gathering information and refer to accompanying record and documents. Gathering information, right? And also refer to company records and documents. Then number 2, auditing process. What is auditing process? Which involves the collection of information about health and safety system in place and assessing their effectiveness, right? So the process which involves the collecting information about the health and safety system in place, and also to assess their effectiveness. How effective is it? Then number 3, the feedback. Feedback is at the end of the auditing or initial verbally, following by the writing report, usually recommend an improvement and indicating priorities and time scale. So feedback is how are they going to what mechanism they need to put in place, and what adjustments or what recommendation they will make. Then we're talking about responsibility for auditing. What is the responsibility for auditing in health and safety? The responsibility for ensuring that auditing are carried out effectively and that all key personnel are involved to the senior management, right? Then external version or internal versus internal auditing. External auditing versus internal auditing. External consultants will generally be independent and will have the knowledge and experience of how other organizations, as well as flexible approach to the auditing procedures. However, they may also be unfamiliar with the organization line of work and will be expensive, right? Expensive. Using in-house staff will also provide both continuity and cost-effective, but may lead to subjective judgments. Action to be taken in auditing. 1. Correct non-conformities, right? After the auditing, there may be numbers of findings which required action, right? Present in the auditing feedback and reports. These may be classified according to their significance. 1 is major non-conformance. Then 2, minor non-conformance. Then number 3 is observation. So these are the 3 points when outside auditing, they are doing their auditing, right? The auditing feedback or sessions and report is usually presented to the senior manager. So after they do auditing, they will present it to the senior management for action and praises as required, right? This is demonstration of leadership. In some cases, a requirement in the standard which are being audited. The management team have to authorities and resources to take action where required, and may also need to adjust the organization goals and objectives. So whatever findings they do, this one will help the company to take their action or to add anything the company needs to be added, or wherever they have lapses or facade, or where they have advantage, they can also work towards that advantage. So auditing is very important in every organization because it helps the organization goals and objectives. Then we're talking about reviewing safety and performance. When reviewing safety and performance, we talk about the purpose of regular review. The essence of review process is to answer the question. Which question are we to answer? Right? Are we, number 1, are we on target? That are we doing the right thing? Then number 2, if not, why not? Right? Then number 3, what do we have to change in our company? First question you need to ask yourself, are we doing the right thing in this company? Are we doing the right things in our safety, health and safety? Then number 2, if we are not doing the right thing, why? What are the reasons why we are not doing the right thing? If people are getting accidents, there are lots of accidents occur. What is the reason why? So those are the review. Then what do we have to do to change this situation? People are facing health issue and other issue. What are we going to do to change this issue? So those are the questions you should have in reviewing, right? Or our company is not making profits. What are we going to do to change this one, right? So that's what they mean by reviewing, right? Then recording of routine performance. Recording of routine performance. Every staff, what they are doing, the record also can help. Recording of routine performance review should also be kept to demonstrate that the review are taking place. The record can themselves be used as a performance indicator and form a data source for the review process. So in review performance, this one is the same like when you review the performance of people or the project that is going on. It will help in near future to take a necessary decision or necessary amendments, right? So everyone, you knows their performance, you know their health issue, you know everything. So it can help also in long term to take a certain decision also. So recording is also more important. Then we're talking about performance indication. Okay, first we talk about routine performance review are sometimes required by a specific management standard, that is the OHSAS 18001. And a record of review may also be mandatory to be compliance with the standard. So it's very necessary for every company to do their reviews, performance about how the company is going. They can do a review on the staffs. They do reviews of the business. They do review of the infrastructures, right? So these reviews is very important. So we're talking about performance indicator. When we're talking about performance indicator, we're talking about one, accident and incident data. So they should have accident and incident data. Then number two, inspection. They should inspection also checking everything, whether people are working in good time, their health, and every inspection, the car, vehicles, or anything that's in that business. Then also checking about the absence and sick data. Absence and sick data is self-explanatory. Also checking about the safety survey and safety survey, tour, and sampling, right? Then they have to check also for auditing reports, and also achievement of objective. Achievement of objectives, whether people are making improvements, they are educating themselves, or they are outside company, they are giving certificates to your company, and what people are saying about your company. Then we're talking about enforcement action. Enforcement action also, whether enforcement, they are calling fire force, or how the company is operating, and what problems you are getting with enforcement, or what recommendation enforcement. Enforcement mean like fire force, ambulance, like these authorities, police also. Then we're talking about previous management review. Sometimes management, they do their review previously, right? So they have to keep records of that one. Then we're talking about other sources. What are the other sources? Short as quality assurance reports. They have quality assurance reports also. This one also can help in health and safety. Then we're talking about compliance from worker. Then workers normally make complaint that this is what we are facing, these are the safety measures. So those complaints should also be recorded, because it can help in making amendments, in making performance reviews also, right? Then also we're talking about communication and compliance from external source. So also compliance from an external source, like your customers, right, or any visitor that has come in, the complaint they are giving out that this is what we are facing, this is what. So also those things need to take into consideration. Then we're talking about changing in legal standards or best practice. So like sometimes the ILO change the labor laws, right? When they change these labor laws or any update, so company need to record these updates laws, right? So they need to record it, and the previous records also. Then performance indicator can also be used to elevate the performance of the organization against the required standard. So it helps also to evaluate, to assess the organization, their performance. The standard might also be legal or organization. What are reporting on performance? Line managers are often responsible for reporting on the health and safety performance for the areas under their control. This creates a ownership and raising the profile of health and safety. They may be also gathered information and data themselves, or may rely to some degrees on safety specialists to provide them that information. So also the reporting performance also is being done by the line manager. So the line manager also to provide on the health and safety, what is going on in this company, what are the health challenges people are facing. So you should have records on this health and safety's record, so at least it can help him to give his report to the higher authorities or to his higher boss, right, at the end of the day, so they are able to make organization, they're able to know whether their organization is growing and what they are facing, what challenges they are facing, right. Then we're talking about roles of the senior manager in this health and safety. What's their role? The board of directors or senior manager will review health and safety performance across the entire organization on a periodic basis. That this senior manager, they will check, they will assess, evaluate, and check all documents about their company organization every year, right, or periodically. This creates they may take a declaration or a statement to a stakeholder based on their review. As a result of this review, senior manager may reassess the policy statement and also update it if it's required. So like the legal process, the legal statement also, they might also add any added things on this policy, which things they know that they have lapses, disadvantage or advantage to their company. They will add it on their policies, right? So as a result of review, senior management may also reassess the policy statement and also update it if required. They should also use the review process to prioritize and allocate resources. What are the new priorities for the organization in light of the review? What resources needed to be updated? So all this one, it needs to take into consideration. They should use the review process to prioritize and allocate resources. What are the new priorities for the organization in light of the review? What are the resources needed to be provided to allow those priorities to be achieved? Then we're talking about continual improvement. What is continual improvement? Senior manager, they should set a strategic target. They should set a strategic target. How are they going to set a strategic target? The middle management review the performance in the area under the control and also set a target. They also set a target to be achieved. The requirement that health and safety review all levels of feedback directly into action plan. These plans should also be identify the action to be taken by responsible person by appropriate deadlines. In this way, continual improvement of health and safety performance can be achieved. So this simply means that this continual improvement, when they are taking records of every health and safety issue, it will help this organization, because at the end of the day, it will help the organization to continually improve, right? That is continuity. Right, we're talking about business continuity. So this also, in this context, in health and safety, it helps the company to continually develop. So when they are checking the health and safety, is also very necessary. So these are the action when we talk about health and safety management. Safety management, we're talking about the act. So this simply means how are you going to act about it. So it helps the organization to develop. So health and safety is more necessary in every organization, right? Because it helps the company when everybody is on good health, or everybody knows the status of every company. It helps company to progress. So I stop here. Thank you very much, and subscribe to this channel. If you need more information, send an email to me or send me a message. Then I will send you the document, or I send you the copy of this textbook if you need it. Thank you very much.